Hey, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to ERL F1 here for the Canadian Grand Prix. And this is round 7 of Season 5, and as you might have noticed, I'm in game chat because PlayStation parties aren't working. We don't have Austin here at the minute, but I don't know, he should be back soon. Hopefully you can all hear me okay, and everything's all good. So yeah. And hopefully none of the drivers can hear me, because that'll be extremely irritating. But yeah, we have got a qualifying session, and have a look at them gaps. We've got 14 1/1000ths of a second between the top 4. That's extraordinary. And Flying Finn just getting ready to start his lap there. We've got Zenith Mercedes already on one and up by 3/10 on his last, so if he keeps that up, he'll be right in that grip as well. But yeah, Michael only P3 right now, and honestly, a blink of an eye between the top 4. It's incredible so far. And they, I think, have all done, or at least are all on right now, hypersoft tyres. Others are trying ultra softs, and Bastos has been blocking the pit lane. He's being disqualified, so he will start last, as far as I'm aware. Pretty sure that's how that works. And yes, there he is, down in last. And here's the Mercedes round the last turn now, past the wall of champions, taking the shortest run to the line, and he has gone fastest by 1/10 of a second in that Force India, so he is currently top now. Let's see how Michael and Flying Finn are doing. They're very close to each other on the road. I wonder if Michael's going to get a bit of a slipstream from his teammate down this straight. It's quite a big gap, but even the smallest little amount of slipstream can help. So yeah, there's still 9 minutes to go, so we are only halfway through the session now, so these certainly will be the final times from these guys. But anyway, here's AOR Flying Finn to the line, and he doesn't go fastest. Michael, though, has he's engaged the Formula 0.5 mode there, and he's absolutely gone ridiculously fast, and it's a 107.6. Oh my. Simbo dude starts his lap, and as I've noticed recently, I don't want to, jinx it, but I have a feeling that we've lost a rev glitch from this game. I haven't seen it at all in the last week or two, so yeah, fingers crossed that it never ever comes back. And yeah, anyway, we're riding on board with Slimbo dude as he heads down the back straight here. We're seeing his yellows just ahead of him. We'll find out what that's for. That should just be the car ahead, possibly just being slow, and yeah, it is. Like, I don't see why that needs to be a yellow, but it is. And I think it's Jake Tex, wasn't it, who was passing. And down the back straight, if anyone else is going to think about slowing down, I think that's a Renault of Cliffy ahead. He's not using DRS, must have a failure on it, but he could still get a bit of a slipstream in here into the last corner. You can slightly cut it a little bit, but I think he cut it too much, and he's got a penalty potentially for that. Cliffy, he didn't do that time on this lap, but on the last lap he set a time only 7/10 off the pace, and that was on ultra soft tyres. So currently he is starting on them, but honestly I think hypers to supers works absolutely fine on this track. They don't overheat as much as you'd expect, actually. They seem to work quite well around this track, the hypers. But ultras, I guess, gives you better longevity and means you can maybe take more advantage of a safety car or whatever if you inherit the lead, say. But hey, we'll figure this all out during the race. Kalik comes to the line, no, and he goes P4. 6/10 off the pace on his the Red Bull sister car. We will see how he gets on Zach. We got 13 people here. Good afternoon, and congratulations for being able to find us. I know we are a little bit earlier than we are used to. That's because the F1 qualifying starts at 5, which is obviously when we usually do our F1 streams. So yeah, the earlier shift today. And yeah, welcome. So no sort of issues so far as that, I don't think, with Zach, although he did just go wide down. He's hit the wall, so I've absolutely put the commentator's curse on him there. And yeah, that just hasn't gone too well, has it? Here is a very slow entry to the lap as Marquez retires. So one of the men in you know, position to get that pole is now, well, he's out of it. He's not going to get pole. He's currently in P15, and Alex Killer, who is currently out there, is about to displace him and probably go a little bit higher as well and put Marquez down. So you nailed on sort of 16th place. Oh, maybe not. We'll have to wait a bit. I think that was invalidated. Yeah. Let's see how Zeta Mercedes is doing. He's coming up to the line now, and we'll see how this lap goes. You can see he was taking the qualifying line, which is not going across to the pit wall and back towards the outside of turn 1. You stay in the as far away from the pit wall as possible. We'll just get a straight line to the finish. But anyway, didn't matter. Zeta Mercedes has gone and messed it up. Aww. Let's see Michael. We'll be able to see. You'll be able to see what I mean here as we ride on board into the last turn, getting ready to start his lap, I think. And you see he wants to stay over to the right there because it gives him a straight run to the line, and then he can just sort of sit over on the right the whole time. If you're in the race, you want to be moving over to the left across the line near the pit wall, and then it just sort of gives you a better braking zone if you want it in the race, and that'll help with tyres, cooling them down and all that. So yeah, it does have its advantages doing that. In the race and qualifying, you can just stay over to the right. But anyway, Michael, like I said, on his lap, he's miles ahead of the field. He's a half a second ahead of the field at the minute. Really, he is in his own formula right now. And yeah, at the end of his sector 2, he's only got 2 straights and a chicane to navigate after this, so it really shouldn't be too much of the trouble. And look at his teammate here, Flying Finn, and this is going to just give him such an advantage. Look at the slipstream he's got there. Michael saying thank you very much for that. I'm going to go and take pole now by even more, you'd imagine. Here he comes past the wall of champions and towards the line. Surely he's going to extend that gap, and he does by 4/10 of a second. Michael is 9/10 clear at the top. Who can beat him? That's the real question. Who's going to be able to get him? Will it be his teammate, AOR Flying Finn? We'll see how he does in the other Ferrari. And I know he's very fast, so hopefully we can see him put some challenge up to his teammate. But that, seriously, who could beat that? I mean, he's on Ultra Sauce now. That's the issue with Flying Finn. He may not be able to get near. But wow. Jeez, that time. That is going to be very hard to beat. And let's just see what people are saying in the comments about that. Oh, people are talking about braking markers at the last corner. Calix saying that someone's taking them out. So, yeah. Having a bit of trouble. Obviously, he's racing. He's in P4 at the minute. And he can't see where he's wanting to brake, which is a bit of an issue for him. And I've only got 2 minutes left to go in the session now. So, yeah, 2 Ferraris into the pits have done their jobs so far. At least Flying Finn has. Hopefully he'll be the one who gets the slipstream next time round. But yeah, that was worked to perfection there by the Ferrari team. And let's see how Leon's getting on in the Mercedes. And he's just through the second DRS zone on the lap. Or what's actually, well, it's technically the first, but I always sort of count it as the second because you got the one that's on the start finish line. I always count that as the first one, though it's actually the third one. So yeah, that was the first one, you know, officially. It's into the second one now in the final sector. And there he goes. There's the line, and he's got no one around him. He's a bit deserted, this area of the track, and I'm sure once he finishes the lap he's going to see a lot of people who've been out of the pits. But anyway, here he comes to the line. Where's Leon going to go? Nowhere. Oh, stays P12. So here's Simbo dude. No DRS still, and it said he was the second off his best time, so obviously that's not going to be very good for him, is it? But he's probably doing an official lap now, so we can follow him round with just 1 minute and 20 to go. And will Michael get out in time? And will Flying Finn get out in time? I think the short answer to that is no. I don't know, Michael, you'll need to put a flyer in, and Flying Finn still isn't out, unless he cuts some corners. I don't think we're going to see Flying Finn do another lap here. I don't think we're going to see him do another lap. He's going to absolutely have to corner cut to hell. He's letting people through as well, and we can see the Mercedes there, Lakitu stopped on the track. He's currently in P2, 4/10 off the pace. But yeah, what is Flying Finn going to do? Is he going to be able to get back in time to start the lap? What corners is he going to cut? Surely you're going to see him having to skip some chicanes. But will that invalidate his times? What has he done? Let's have a look at the rest. I mean, Michael could be a bit of a shaky one as well. Where's Simbo Dude? We said he's going to finish, and there's Leon betting it on the last corner, and Simbo Dude goes up to P9. But yeah, let's see Michael. Is Michael going to make it? I think he's okay. Although, to be honest with you, that little lift, I mean, he doesn't want to be in the way of other cars, and they don't want to be in the way of him. But this could be it then. The pole position time is going to cross the line with about 2 seconds to go. And here he goes then, into turn 1. Session is over. Flying Finn has not made it. LS Killers retired from the session. And who can beat Michael? Will it be ZR Mercedes? He's on the DRS now. Through the middle sector he goes. What about Cliffy? We know how quick he is. He's got a bit of a slipstream from the, what's that? A Cyber in front of him. Can this be Paul? Look how aggressive he is. Through that last chicane. And to the line. It's just not quite there, is it? So close, yet so far. And ZR Mercedes now into the last sector. Can it be pole position for the Force India man? He's currently in P4. Hopefully we'll want to be trying to get onto that front row, but we'll see how he does into the last chicane now. And oh, looks good so far. You can see people having given up there at the end of their laps, and ZR Mercedes to the line only improves by a tenth of a second. It's not enough to get into the top 3. And Michael, is this going to extend his pole position time as he heads onto the front straight? Is he about to blow the field away once again? What's Michael going to do? He goes a tenth quicker once again. And that just cements his position in pole position. That is extraordinary. My goodness, that was incredible. Once again, Michael really is just showing how good he is. It's a 107.1. Who's going to get near him? I mean, Cliffy is currently his closest challenger. It's all about the rest of the field. Could we see Rain possibly in the race? I mean, only one person in the top 10, and that is LS Killer. It's going to be starting on Ultra Softs. I wonder if they haven't looked at the radar. Maybe it will rain, but it probably won't. But, you know, you always got to ask the question. But, yeah, that is qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix. And I don't think any of the drivers can hear me in their lobby. So I might just make sure I've got them all muted again once we get into the formation act, because you never know how these things restart themselves. But yeah, obviously PlayStation don't let us do parties today because they've broken something in their server. Didn't know EA were running their operations over in Sony, but whatever. Can't do parties. So yeah, we're just waiting for the race start, and I swear to God that's a Renault on top of someone else. He's certainly out of position anyway. I think it's a Renault. I don't know what car it is. I mean, you can see the cars in the grid. Someone's out of position ahead of the Haas and behind the Force India. I think that's a Renault. And he's now sort of sitting in the middle of the road. So, what a game that is, has to be said. And I'd love to know why that's happening. And I don't know where Austin is at the minute. I was hoping we'd get to see him. And yeah, Yeet is just sitting there, and just on cue, there's Austin arriving, so hopefully he's there for the race start. But yeah, they're on to the formation lap now then. Let's quickly see what everyone's tires are. And expectedly, the top 10 stay the same. From 11th down, we've got Supers, Supers, Ultras, Ultras, Supers, Ultras, Super, Supers. So that is all good. And yeah, looks to be a nice sunny day. So should be no dramas. And is this Cliffy's day? Will Cliffy be able to get in amongst Michael and possibly get him into turn 1? It's actually, you'd think it would be quite unlikely with the way the track is, but you actually do see quite a lot of moves into that first turn. So it does open itself up for a thrilling first corner, but we will see how that goes, and we'll quickly go through the field for you now. We've got Michael, Cliffy, Lakitu, Center Mercedes, Kalik, Zach, Flying Finn, Jake, Simbo Dude, Alice Killer. What on Trex or contracts? We got Yeet in 12th, gotta say that. Leon 13th, Matt 14th, Jake Tex 15th, Marquez down in 16th, a bit of a disappointing quality for him. Button in 17th, and Bastos rounding out the field. So here they all come. Looks like they've got a bit out of order there, and they're all sort of ghosting, but they're all still alive, trust me. And I wonder if we can get Austin here quickly enough. I don't know. Just making sure parties still work. Okay, looks like parties might work. Nope, they don't work. Oh well. I had a party invite. I thought there's hope, but no. Also, we need to make sure that Yeats is actually in position. Is he? I don't think he is, you know. Where is he? Oh, he's in the back. What? Where is he? Where is he starting? Lights out, and away we go. And he started down in the back straight. He leads the race. What on earth is that? Cliffy's had a terrible start. But Yeats, look at him. He's already done a lap. What a start from Yeats. What is going on there? Has he seriously done a lap? Ah, good. He's only half a lap behind. It's okay. What on earth is that? Cliffy's had a horrible start, by the way. And I don't quite know what's going on with him there. He must have just been bogged down, but he looks to still be struggling. I don't know if there was any contact, because obviously I was too busy focusing on his teammate. But right the outside, tries Zach, and that is a brilliant move. And you can see there, Slimbo Dude cutting the chicane. He actually gained a few positions to have to let him through. And I wonder if Cliffy has just got damage. I don't think he does, you know. I just don't think he does. It's oh, there is contact behind though. But Cliffy certainly does seem to be falling back. But why on earth was why was Yeet just starting there on the back straight? That's such a weird glitch. I've never seen that before. But anyway, I guess that ruins his race, unfortunately, unless we get a safety car. That's a move into the last chicane. That doesn't work. And luckily no one died there. I thought we were about to see a fatality. But anyway, it's Michael. No, it's not. It's Yeet. It's Michael from Lakitu, then Kalik, Flying Finn, Zach, Center Mercedes, and so on and so forth. Down the field, Alice Killer. We saw there was a bit of contact earlier on, and it must have been him because he's into the pits. And yeah, I'd love to know how this has happened. I mean, you gotta feel sorry for him. He's done nothing wrong, and he's just ended up there. I mean, people love to joke about McLaren Honda's 70-odd place grid penalties, putting him in other corners back when they had the, you know, humongous penalties in like 2015. And it looks like Renault had incurred one of them, and they were starting a few corners behind the rest of the field. So yeah, I don't quite know how that's worked, but he's not last anymore. So, you know, you've got to look at the positives. And the key to, this is a real positive, he's right on the back of Michael, so Michael is certainly not pulling away right now. And Flying Finn, who's getting penalties, is right on the back of Kalik as well, who's in P3. Looks like Center Mercedes has had to pit. And although Michael has the fastest lap, he certainly is not pulling away. DRS is now enabled, so Lakitu is really in the position now to give himself the lead. But 7 tenths should get him close in the first DRS zone, even closer in the second, and hopefully he will get all the momentum to pass maybe into turn 1. But anyway, here we go, first DRS zone, as I say, starts to close in. 5 tenths is the gap, he gained 2 tenths there. And even the slipstream down here closes him up even more into the hairpin. He's going to get a fantastic run as Marcus gets a penalty, Trex gets a penalty, and here we go, second DRS zone. Gap is still about 5 tenths. You see Marquez and Jake had a bit of a battle, and I want to see how this one ends as well, because this is obviously for the lead, you know, priorities. And you can see Flying Finn there in the background as well, looking to try and get moved done, but I don't think he's going to get it done right now. And then last DRS zone, if Lakiti was using any ERS, he would have been able to close, but he wasn't, and he's just holding the gap for now. He knows what he's doing. I think he has the pace to win this race, so we'll have to see how he does later on. Looks like Cliffy is right on the back of Leon as well, and yeah. Looks like Button and Jaketex have a bit of a ding-dong battle here, up towards turn 3. And there's no way that the Haas is going to get round the outside there. He's asking to get murdered. And yeah, luckily he didn't. He didn't die. He's still alive. So yeah, Button has to stick behind for now. And yeah, let's have a look at Flying Finn. He's on Kalik still in the battle for P3. And unfortunately, I don't think there's anything we can do about this Yeet situation, about him just constantly being in the lead. I mean, of course it'd be... it's such a good name as well. Big man Yeats up there at the top. Anyway, here's Flying Finn. Surely he wants to have a go on Kalik. Look at the run he's getting with the DRS, and that's what you need to be doing, but there's no way to get through here. He opens up the run through the last chicane. Little loss of traction might cost him the chance, but he'll still go for it, I'm sure, if he has the closing speed. But he just didn't. You can see there was a bit of a lack of traction at that last turn, and it cost him the chance to go for that podium place. And you can see that Zach is right on this now. I'm pretty sure Leon was it who set the fastest lap a few laps ago. We'll be looking at getting this done as well. But surely now, Flying Finn, with the DRS incoming, he shouldn't have really looked on the inside. He knew DRS is on its way. He may still be able to take advantage though. He's got a much better run. And with Kalik's tyres clearly starting to overheat, this is the chance for Flying Finn to go for the podium. And on the inside, in the Ferrari, it is P3 for the Flying Finn. And Kalik, will he be able to hold on to the back and get another chance in DRS? We'll have to try and find that one out. He could even have went down the inside there, to be brutally honest with you. There's a lot of chances on this track, and you can see, I think Zach may have actually had a little go there and tried it, because Leon's up to P5, and it must not have went too well for Zach. You saw Marquez as well to P8. He's really got himself up the field nice and quickly. And now, here is Zach round the outside, and I think Kalik was trying to move as well. Hopefully he doesn't get a penalty. Marquez does get a penalty. And there's Leon trying to get past Kalik. He's having a great lap so far. And as he starts the next one, he's up into P4. So it's Ferrari, Mercedes in the top 4. Almost like real life, to be honest. We're getting way too realistic for an F1 game. And then you got cars starting off in Narnia, which sort of ruins the effect. And you can see Marquez off to Narnia again. And can Zach have a go in Kalik, or is he just going to ram him off to Narnia as well? We'll have a look. But anyway, DRS now. He's got Cliffy to worry about as well, so he'll want to try and get this done as quickly and as safely as possible. He does not want to have an accident here. It's only lap 6 out of 35, he knows that. And he probably knows that Kalik is going to want to pit, but that was almost free abreast into the hairpin. And down the inside, tries Zach, and it really should be a rather simple move. And he gets through. And Kalik, though, is going to have the exit here. And look out for Cliffy, he's going to get a lovely little dose of double DRS here. Down the back straight, where's he going to go? He has a chance if he can get by, and Yeet, thank the Lord, is out of this race. It should hopefully stop with all the confusion at the top of the screen. And a bad day has just got worse for the Renault driver, who's probably sitting there, probably with his jaw still on the ground, to be honest with you. And yeah, Yeet is out of the race then. So he's our first retirement of the day. And like I say, his race was ruined before it's even started. Anyway, looks like Leon is continuing his rise up the field on the ultra softs. Remember, he is really in a good position here. He could win this race if he keeps this up, as he had to go on Flying Finn into the chicane on the DRS. He was able to close, and it was just such an easy move with tyres that have got so much better working range. The temperatures aren't sky high on them ultra softs, and it's showing, because he is up to 3rd now and only 5 seconds off the lead of this race. And looks like Cliffy is getting Kalik, and Marquez is going to be right behind him as well. What's he going to do? They may end up 3 abreast, because they may have no choice here. Is Marquez going to look for the outside line? Will Kalik know he's there, or is he just going to have to back off? As down the inside goes Cliffy, now still side by side, and as Kalik has to back off, he'd rather just sort of straight line there, and that was a bit mean. Cliffy gets a penalty as well. And I wonder if Karlek will be in trouble for that, because he did sort of avoid the pass there. And yeah, I don't think Marquez is too happy, is he? Because he rather did just cut the entire last chicane to make sure he wasn't overtaken. I mean, he'd already lost the place to Cliffy. Should he just have backed off and let Marquez go for it? I guess we'll find out soon if he gets any penalties for it. But anyway, it is lap 8 out of 35, so pit stops really for the hypers will be coming soon. And Marquez running outside into the chicane. Can he make that one work? It'd be quite extraordinary if he can. He rather did get pushed off there. And I think he'll keep the place. Unless he has to let him through. He has to let him through. That's a bit of a shame. But he's going to do it where he can instantly get back past again. And there he goes. Up into P7. And look who else has joined the party. It's Jaketex and it is the two Hasses. I mean, Karlek is really falling through the field right now. But he's got a decent run. Must have a DRS failure because he's not using the DRS. And running outside, he goes into the pits. And he speeds. Oh dear. Zach into the pits as well. And who was that side by side? Yeah, it was. It was Button trying to get through on the inside. Into turn 1. And he gets it done on the Williams driver. Will he be able to go round the outside? Not quite. And he's going to have to sit behind the Haas now as he closes in on Marquez, who's already got a few penalties. He wants to be careful. I mean, disqualification does occur if you get too many penalties, and that will be something at the back of their minds that they keep cutting corners. I mean, there's so many that I genuinely have already lost count, so I'm not even going to try and figure it all out. But Jaketex is certainly not falling back here on Button. He's wanting to get that move done again and get himself back up to P7. So we'll see how that all works out. But yeah, what a chaotic race so far. I mean, I think this has had just about everything so far, hasn't it? Apart from, Michael not winning, although Lakitu pitting now is doing the absolute perfect thing here. He's trying the undercut. Are they going to be supers? They're going to the end. So, Lakitu, is this his race to win today? Or will it be Michael's? Or will it be Leon? We'll have to figure this all out later on. But I honestly am still putting Leon as my favourite for this race today. But we'll have to wait and see. Looks like Marquez is caught right up to the back of Cliffy, as expected. He's on them ultra softs. They're going to get quicker throughout the race compared to the hypers. And on lap 10, them hypers are basically going to have nothing left. That's being proven. It's just easy for Marquez to get on the DRS and get a decent session. And down the inside he goes, and he's up into P4. And he could be in with a shot as well. Obviously, anyone on Ultras is able to go an extra sort of 5 to 10 laps, and you know they'll do that not in traffic for the likes of Leon, who's closing anyway on Michael. Since he's not doing that in traffic, look at where Lakitu is. He may end up in a bit of traffic later on. He's been lucky right now, but Michael, we don't know where he'll end up. But anyway, let's just stop theorising, and we'll see where Michael comes out in a minute, and Cliffy as well. So yeah, Michael, first things first. Will he be able to get out ahead of Lakitu? That is, well, more the main question really, because that could seriously affect the race result here. As Michael heads back out onto track, we got yellows in sector 1. I wonder what that could be for. There's I think a Haas went off there. Michael somehow is still ahead. So yeah, I wonder what Lakitu's going to think about that. But what is Michael going to think about this ahead of him? He's got a couple of cars to get by, and since we've got Leon, lovely and clean air up front, could this be his chance to win? And will Lakitu on these one lap fresher tyres fancy a look on Michael here? This could be the race winning move here for Lakitu, or it could be the race winning move for his teammate, because if these two start fighting, then it's going to be a surefire victory surely for Leon. But anyway, I know Lakitu needs to take the advantage, and he knows he needs to take the advantage, but unfortunately I think Michael might have some DRS. No, he doesn't yet. He doesn't yet. Marquez has passed the flying finish, you would expect. And yeah, my Siri's going off. Apologies if you can hear it. I don't know why it is. It thinks I'm saying Michael Maddy. Anyway, yeah, Flying Finn pits, like I say, it was sort of to be expected. And yeah, these two are going to be on the back of these two who are on the supers, so they aren't necessarily going to be pitting anytime soon. So yeah, Michael and Lakitu have seriously got some work to do. And looks like Flying Finn must have had to change a front wing maybe or something. I have it out, or the gaps, which are extraordinarily close, has to be said actually. Maybe that's just it. Cliffy's ahead of him. So that'll be net podium, I think. If these two don't get anything stupid. Because here we go. This is for the net lead right now. We will have to monitor the gap between Leon and the rest. But this is looking good for Lakitu as he looks to the inside into the hairpin at the start of Sector 3. Can he get the net lead instead of Mercedes is out of this race? And no, Lakitu cannot get that place. Michael shoves him off to Narnia, says, no, you're not getting through right now. And there's Button getting ahead of, wow, getting ahead of Trex. And that will give him a bit of clean air. And looks like Michael is going to have a go. Can Michael get by already? What about Lakitu? Will he have a look? Oh, he really wanted to. He's getting desperate. He needs to get this move done. And where is Marquez? Marquez is absolutely nowhere. He's going to be in 15th, I think, when he comes out. So we'll see where this all factors in when all the super soft runners pit and all the other ultra runners pit. But right now, it's looking good for Michael. Let's have a look at the gaps. Yeah. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, because obviously this is going to really be holding them up. So Michael to the inside, then a Button gets by, and Lakitu, will he fancy a dive at the inside? No, he just can't get it to work right now. And down the back straight they go. Lakitu, I mean, it's clear that he seems to have the pace as Leon finally boxes. And listen behind, you got Zach as well. He could get involved in this soon if they keep fighting. Let's see how Leon's doing. He's already been overtaken, hasn't he? So he's actually lost loads of time in all of that. So that surprises me, to be honest. I didn't think they'd lose as much time as he did. But he can still be in a really good position. So we'll see where he ends up. If he's in that P8, which he is, that's crucial for him actually. He can start to catch up now if he fancies it. Marquez has been cutting some corners and he's just lost loads of positions. We sort of missed a question, why has he got a penalty then? Because this trade is humongous. And one mistake is going to cost you a lot of positions anyway, so a penalty really is just insult to injury. And looks like Zach is ahead of Button. So now only 2.2 seconds separate the top three right now. Or the net top three right now. So yeah, this is going to get fun, isn't it? And look at all this. This is already getting pretty fun. Down the inside, tries Jake. Can he get that done on Karlik? Not quite. You can see in the background there as well the Ferrari of Flying Finn now trying to get past Jake. And he's going to be on the outside. Look out for Cliffy and Marquez as well. And there's Karlik going for a move on Bastos. Gets that one done down the inside. Still, there is a bit of quarter cutting going on. And Flying Finn gets ahead of Jake. But he's still got a run there, Jake. He's got DRS from the car ahead. The McLaren of Bastos. Not going to be able to use it to get past Flying Finn, though. He's just got more tyre grip, it appears. Being on 4-lap fresher tyres. And now, as the Ferrari man tries to get past Bastos, he slows him down a bit, actually crashes into the back of him, and absolutely all over the show. This is going to be causing utter chaos. There's Jake losing lots of positions. As you can see, Cliffy, wow, he had absolutely no rear end there whatsoever, did he? And he somehow managed to hold that position and get past. What a move that was, and then inevitable contact happened as Marquez has lost the back end and puts Shadow or Jake into the wall. So I wonder if there's any front wing damage. Either way, it sort of cost him a little bit. And you can see now Matt will be looking to get past him as well. But let's have another look at Cliffy then. He's ahead now of Bastos. And you can see behind that Shadow has lost the position. But look at Lakitu. He's got that gap down again. And with DRS down towards turn 1, he actually breaks it at the toe. He doesn't have ERS shoes either. So he didn't actually go for it. But he set his fastest lap of the race so far. And Yeah, that was utter chaos, wasn't it, in the midfield? That was, oof. I don't know how to. Well, I was gonna say, I'm surprised he didn't crash, but obviously there was that one little bit of contact, and they both had to pit there, Marquez and Jake. But apart from that, great battle, and yeah. Oh man, I need a breather after that. Yeah, Jake was saying about Bastos being too slow. The thing is, Bastos is on 15 lap old tires, you know, that he started the race on. So, you know, it's you gotta leave a bit of allowance for that, I guess. Being on laps like 10 laps younger, you need to make sure, you know, that you're not, you're taking calculated risks. But anyway, here's the chance. Michael. He has to defend to the inside. Lakiti on the outside. Surely he can't make that work, and that just ruins his opportunity. He's now miles behind, and looks like Simbo Dude is ahead of his teammate, but his teammate is going to come back. Look out for Leon as well. This is quite important for his race as well. The Mercedes man, he's going to go to the inside. He has to get past now, and he does. Looks like Slimbo Dude had a bit of an error. He was onto the grass, a bit like Valtteri Bottas in the real life Grand Prix. He's on the grass again, and he's ahead is Leon. So that's a perfectly executed couple of overtakes there. Took full advantage of the two Cybers having a bit of a ding dong, and looks like Kalek is getting onto the back of them as well. And yeah, so it looks like Slimbo Dude and Retrex is sort of struggling a little bit. So I wonder if Kalek will fancy his chances. He's on fresher tyres than the two of them. He's probably going to the end of this race, and you can just see how much he's sliding about here. As Matt is now ahead in the DRS of Bastos, and Lakitu is staying in DRS range of Michael. You can see he's trying to clean all the discussion as much as he can, and you can see that Zach is, you know, slowly but surely catching up, and there's Kalak making his first move, trying to hopefully get past Limbo Dude next. So yeah, it's just got a penalty for the last corner. Must have cut it a little bit, a little smidge. And yeah, lap 18 out of 35, and I passed the halfway point in this race. Cliffy has got a penalty as well. This race, like, I have no idea how many penalties everyone's got, so we'll have to have a look at that at the end, because I have a feeling we're probably going to see this order change quite a lot, because everyone is just so close. That 3-second penalty actually can really ruin a race. But anyway, time to watch the K2 again, as he closes on Michael. Surely he's going to want to have to go for that inside line for the last corner. And he's going to want to do that maybe before Michael catches Jacotex, because he's going to hold this up a lot. But anyway, here we go. DRS. No ERS usage. He sort of spoils his opportunity to get past there because he had such good closing speed. He should have maybe went for that move there. Will he regret it? Who knows? But it just doesn't look like he wants it enough. He doesn't look like a man he wants to get past desperately. So he's just playing the waiting game. Maybe he thinks that Jacotex will hold Michael up so much that he'll get by the two of them in one go. That could happen. Or maybe Jacotex will just back out and say, I'm not doing this, and pit. But yeah. It certainly looks like Lakitu is holding a lot of his pace back right now. And apparently Michael's got a 3-second penalty, and Lakitu doesn't have one, so thank you for that, Robin. That sort of makes Lakitu's day a little bit easier. So, yeah, that's good. But anyway, well, it's not as good, it's just that Michael's got that big of a lead now that he could do with not winning this race. So that he doesn't win the title in Monza or something. But anyway, down the back straight they go. They're now caught up to the back of Jacotex, and Michael ideally is going to want to get past right here, right now, but he's not going to get that done, I don't think. He's just not going to have the closing speed. He's going to get so close, but he's just not going to get close enough, and Jacotex, as I thought he might do, has backed out of it. And I wonder if that is what Lakita really wanted. I don't think Lakita was thinking that was what was going to happen there. But looks like Zach has lost a little bit of time. He just cannot keep with these two as his ultras start to die. And it looks like Cliffy into the pits again. Must have had some contact. He's got a penalty for speeding, so he must have had a broken front wing then. And yeah, that's a shame for him. I don't know quite what he did, but yeah, mustn't have been very good. But it is lap 20 then, out of 35. Michael currently out front from Lakitu and Zach. That's your top three. We've still got Leon, who's on much fresher tyres. He'll be hoping to close this fight soon. And at the minute, I was saying it earlier on, I thought Leon might have been able to get ahead in the pit stop phase. He looked to have good pace, but I don't see him catching up at the minute. But then again, if these two start having a real, you know, ding-dong fight, like we saw in the midfield earlier on, we saw how quickly that all closed up and caused utter chaos. So you know, this is one of the tracks where if two people start fighting, you're going to catch up, and you're going to catch up quickly. And yeah, I don't really want to check penalties at the minute because I don't want to miss anything important on track. Like, say we get a safety car or something, then you know, certainly I'll check then. But for now, I just can't check penalties. I don't think. I just don't want to miss something because there's so much going on all the time in this race. I mean, you never know if Michael can make a mistake. So yeah, the kid just got a penalty now anyway. So apparently, like I say, I'm too busy looking at the chat now. See, I'm not even watching the race. I'm just keeping my eyes on the race. Not there. Right, he's not gonna get moved on. Let's just check it then. Let's just hope I don't miss anything because now you see I don't see any graphics on the screen. So let's see. This is gonna be fun to go through penalties, isn't it? This is gonna be really fun. My goodness, look at the penalties that everyone's got. It's quite extraordinary. Trying to find Michael's name. Where's Michael's name? There's his first penalty there. More warnings for him, so he needs to be careful there. And Lakiti just got all of his on that lap there, look, and he's going through some ghosted cars. So yeah, they both have one penalty each then. So yeah, that's all neutralised. Oh, I didn't check Zach. Damn it. Yeah, I'm not checking Zach. Someone else can do it. Someone else who's in the lobby who's not racing, they can do it. But anyway, gap still 7/10 of a second. Leon now catching on Zach as well, hoping to make it 2 Mercedes on the podium today. And Alex Killer, and there he is on the back of Button, and that is for P9. Will he have a chance in DRS? You'd imagine that actually he may just have been overtaken there. I don't know. It would probably seem more likely that he's been overtaken. We'd be more inclined to look at Simbo Do, to be honest. But yeah, I would call this a lull because there's just so much anticipation for that fight between the top two. But listen, Nikita's just starting to lose time now, and Zach is having to pit on the ultras. I was hoping he was going to get to the end, but I guess he just couldn't. And will this be an inspired strategy call then? Will he be able to go on the end with another set of ultras and push for the victory? Will he be able to have the pace to get up with the front two? I mean, he's on so much fresher tyres. He was able to hold pace okay with the top two on wearing ultras. On the ultras, he is currently 22 seconds. I don't know. This is going to be some ask for Zach if he can even get back to the podium. But I'm sure we'll know in good time who made the right choices and who didn't. But yeah, we'll see. Cliffy has got his 700th penalty in the race. And that is just an estimated guess, you know. Well, it's estimated, or else it wouldn't be. Yeah, I'm gonna shush now. Yeah. Guess we can give a quick rundown. It's Michael, who's still out front, although Lakita is giving him another hard time, but he just won't use his ERS. He's refusing. He does not want to. He just does not want to pass him. Come on. Oh. Kalek, yeah, that's not how you do the last chicane. And is he ghosted? Oh, he didn't ghost until very late on there, and that is a bit of a scary type of hoop. It's a good thing I haven't done this recap yet. I'm only done the top two, who, by the way, are still super close. But I wonder if that's Kalek's race as good as over now, Because if he has got that front wing down, which he does, he's going to have to pit. And with the gaps all being super close today, he's going to fall right down to the back and join the ghosted car of Marquez in a bit of a Narnia state. So that is Calex's race then, unfortunately, by the looks of it. Meanwhile, these two are as close as they ever have been. So surely he needs to whack the ERS up now. And he does, it's up to 4. And now with no penalties, they're neutralising penalties. They need to go for it. And Lakitu, he dummies to the inside! Does he get the lead here in Canada? Yes he does! And he's finally got it done. He waited for ages, but Michael could get it on the exit. As they head down the main straight, he goes for as much slipstream as he possibly can and dives down the inside, but he just can't get it past. And it is Lakitu into the lead here in Canada at last. It took him a while, but he got there. So now Michael's in a very rare situation for him. He now has to try and get past someone for the lead. So let's see how he can fight back. Let's see if it's if he's good enough. I mean, he's pretty close already. He's using his ERS now up to 3, and he will not get it past here. And they've now got 11 laps to try and to keep Lakitu ahead. And if they stay close like this, then certainly you never know with Leon. I mean, he's been closing a little bit, but just not enough. But anyway, Michael using all of his DRS down the back straight and will leave him nothing to use at the start of the next lap when he needs it most, I guess. And he's not gonna get past here and on the main straight. He has judged that quite well, I'll give him it. He did judge it pretty well. I could actually give him the chance, but he just isn't close enough, is he? 2/10 is close, but not quite there. Let's have a look at Zach. He's having a look on the inside of Matt, and he continues his rise back up the field into P6 now. And about 11 seconds off where he was before. Slimbo Dude being, getting past Alex Killer, and you'd imagine Cliffy will swiftly follow as they head down the main straight. And is there a chance? No. Let's have a look at that top 2 again. DRS for Michael. He's absolutely right into the back of Lakitu there. He's that fast, but he just can't get past him. And surely into the hairpin though. He's going to have a little look on the inside. He dummies and he just doesn't get it done. And he probably alarmed Lakitu quite a bit there. It might affect Lakitu's exit. He was probably too busy looking in his mirrors to sort of see what was going on there. And surely now with DRS, Michael's got a chance to fight back. They're both using the same amount of ERS, and he really had to try and go for that there, didn't he? You could tell he was going to go for the same dummy that Lakitu tried before, but there just wasn't enough space. He was on the grass. You got to give it to him for trying. He couldn't get it done there, and he can't get it done to turn 1 as well. But Michael is putting all the pressure in the world on Lakitu right now. And now Leon is closing, and he's closing fast. And with only a handful of laps to go, this is definitely not over yet. Do not go away. This is going to be a thrilling end to this Grand Prix at this rate. And the gap at the top is now under 4 seconds. So Michael has another chance. Lakitu is absolutely doing a Senna on Mansell here from Monaco 92. This is very similar to that, but he's on the grass. On a straight line, he's in the grass. That could cost him big time. It really affects him into the hairpin. Michael has to try around the outside, and now he's got such a nice run. Can Michael get this done? Surely he has the inside line. Lakitu has to go right to the inside. He cannot let Michael have that room. And now as Michael goes to the outside, surely he can't get that done here. He's got to wait, but he's going to have such a nice run. Lakitu cut the turn. He's got a penalty, and that's going to cost him big time in this race. Michael now back into the net lead again, and Leon closing could snatch it from the 2 of them, because I need to check his penalties. I really need to check his penalties, because suddenly he is right in the frame for his victory. Let's quickly just look for his name. Look for his name on the penalties list. Leon, okay, he's got 1. Where else? Where else? Has he got more than 1? That's the big question. I think he's only got the 1 penalty here. I think Leon's only got 1 penalty. Obviously, I'm only scanning through, but from first look, it only looks like they have one penalty. So at the minute, oh, down the inside goes Michael. Looked like Lakini locked up a bit. He's ahead again. He's got the DRS to pull away as well. So surely now he's into the lead again, on track. Unless Lakini can dive it up the inside. Can he try it? No, the lack of DRS has really ruined him there. But it looks like Michael was so slow for the last corner. And can you imagine how much Leon would have caught up there? You can see him now in the background, closing in with just, oh my god. Only a couple of laps to go now. Lap 29 out of 35, and all the top three are within 2.5 seconds. Who's going to win this race? Will it be Michael, will it be Lakina, or will it be Leon? Leon currently in a net P2 now, ahead of his teammate, I think. And, you know, if these two start fighting again, then Leon's going to be right in the back, and we are going to have a 3-car scrap for the Grand Prix win here today. And I absolutely cannot wait to see how this one finishes off. And apparently looks like, oh, has Leon got a lap 1 penalty as well? Oh, did I not check lap 1? That'd be really irritating. Well, that's a good thing, I could have just looked at it. Well, he's got a warning on lap 1. He's only got 1 penalty, so Leon's only got one. I should have just done that. So Leon's only got 1 penalty. This is probably an easy way to do it, I don't know why I didn't do this. Leon's got 1 penalty. Lakiti's got 2 penalties. And Michael's on his last warning. He's into the wall. Is he into the wall? He didn't quite touch it, but he might have just got a penalty for that. I don't know. He definitely would have exceeded track limits. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm spending too much time in there. And there's the 1 penalty. He's got 2 warnings, so he just wants to be careful that he doesn't get 1 more. So, will this race come down? Will this race come down to penalties? What is going to happen here? Oh, Slimbo dude out of the race, and Lakitu getting a little desperate, almost into the back of Michael. And this is just super tense right now. Like, how tense can this get? Here in Canada, honestly, anyone could win this in the top 3 right now. And you got Jacob Tex as well, having a look at Flying Finn. Could he go for P4 as well? That's another little subplot to look at as they race on at the front. And Khaled gets a penalty. Is there a chance for Jacob Tex? I don't think he's going to get through, unfortunately. And yeah, not happening right now. But certainly looks like he's got good pace. So, on to lap 31 they go. Michael with only 1 more warning in his back pocket right now before he gets a penalty. Lakitu already on 2 penalties, and Leon only on 1. So, or sorry, Lakitu's got 2, Michael's got 1, Leon's got 1. So Michael gets 1 more, then Leon's won the race. It's pretty simple as that. Although it is so marginal right now. In fact, there you go. Leon has just lost the race win if Michael was to get 1 more penalty. So, yeah, you just have to keep looking at the gaps. It's all about the gaps, and it's all about whether an entry fight. But there was a big slide there, and that was Lakitu just getting too eager on a throttle there, and luckily keeping it on the island. And is his tyres, are they starting to go? And let's see, Jacob Tex, is he going to get through? Not quite at the minute. He's right on the back of Flying Finn. If he can keep within about 3 tenths, maybe even on the exit, then he will have a chance. But right now, I don't see it happening. He hasn't got the ERS either to get through, and I just don't see him getting through on this lap at the moment. See his DRS goes though, as Alice Killer gets a penalty that could cost him points. Depends on how many he's got. And that's a decent chance as Jacob Tex does get a penalty though. But he's got such a good run, he may just get the move done anyway. He sort of had to cut the last chicane, he sort of sacrificed a penalty to go for the move, but there was contact. I don't think Flying Finn actually saw him there, to be honest with you. He's pushing him off the track. And round the outside, can he get the move done? I'm seeing yellows in sector 2, I'll check that in a moment. But yeah, Flying Finn just about stays ahead for now. And Jacob Tex getting that penalty. I thought it would have slightly actually helped him, ironically. But no, it cost him. Oh man. And Button, yeah, I was saying, you can't get disqualified if you get too many penalties in this race, and Button has. Button has been disqualified from the race. Well, well, well. Looks like Slim Booty's out of the race as well. Did I mention that? I think I did. And yeah, wow, bottom disqualification. Yeah, I haven't seen that on this game yet. So there's a first. Canada, where we see our first disqualification due to penalty. And looks like Lakitu is going to have a little bit of a last lap lunge here, maybe, if he can get close enough. There's Jacotex. As he saw the fight with Michael and Lakitu, the inside's rather needed, and that's why, because Jacotex has rather just killed Flying Finn there. He's put him into the wall, because they just tried to go side by side. You could see that one coming from a mile away. You could see that was always going to happen, and yeah, Flying Finn put into the wall. And Zach, right on the back of Jacotex now. Will there be front wing damage on the Williams car? I think they may have both hit the wall, so there's a chance. And yeah, surely Zach has a chance here of getting past. He had a chance at the podium earlier on, hasn't quite worked out for him. But if he can get past here, it'll be a very well deserved P4. But he's going wide, and that's not going to help him at all. The dirty air certainly not doing any favours for him there. And he had a little think about the inside there, you can see. Maybe just trying to scare Jacotex out of the way, but that doesn't work. Into there all the time. But now, DRS. Zach knows he has to get the inside. There's no other option into this turn, as we've seen in this race. We've seen, and Jacotex knows himself that doesn't work the outside, so he sort of had no choice but to let Zach go. And Zach pulls away with the DRS up to P4. Only 2 laps to go then. And I think Michael has this race won, unless Carla can, you know, put a spanner in the works. It does look pretty good so far for Michael. And Lakitu is just a bite in DRS, and Leon's not closing anymore. Even though he's on the fresher tires, he just isn't closing enough. He is just a bite there for P2 though, so may not be the win for him at the minute, but P2 is on the cards. And yeah, didn't even see that button in the chat, simply saying whoops. So yeah, oof. Michael actually got DRS there, look, off the back of Kalek. So Kalek is quite ironically helping Michael out to win this race. And he's actually got a 5-second stop go for ignoring the blue flag. Wow. No, I'll be brutally honest with you. I think he's pulling away a little bit there. I have to disagree with that. I don't think that should be given as a penalty. Genuine. I don't think that should be given as a penalty if he's pulling away. He's not affecting the race result really that much. I don't think Lakitu was gonna get a chance on Michael. So why? I mean, look how far away Kalek is. Like, why is he being given a penalty for that? But anyway, yeah, that will probably get removed by the stewards, because I think Michael himself can see that he's pulling away, and there really should be no need for any form of penalty. But anyway, we're nearly there, people. Nearly at the end of this race, and oh, what a battle we've had for the win today. We thought Lakitu may have had a real chance for it. He led for a few brief laps, but then Michael was able to get past at the hairpin, and ever since then he's been able to hold the gap. And as he heads towards the final corner, as Raytrax retires from the session, he misses the wall of champions, and Michael comes up to the line to win in Canada. And Lakitu is going to get P3 as Leon takes P2. And for me, I've got no doubt about it. Here's my driver today. 11 places gained, brilliant drive. And Zach is in P4. Jacotex is going to be P6 as Matt crosses the line. And as I said about people's gaps being so massive, or so small, sorry, it can affect the result. So Jacotex 6th, Cliffy 7th, LS Killer comes up to the end of his race, and we'll see how penalties affect these two. Will Jake move up position? Will Jake move down? We'll see. LS Killer across the line, P8 for now, and Jake moves ahead. What about Bastos? What's his penalties like? Will he be able to move up position as well? He's currently in P10, and he's up to P9 with LS Killer down to 10th. And I think Austin was actually there watching the whole time. He just wasn't able to talk, which is awkward. But we're only waiting for Kalek now to come to the end of his race. But yeah, it is another win for Michael in this championship. Who will beat him? I really thought that it was Lakitu's day. I really thought he had it there when he made that move. It was such a brave move, using the dummy to perfection to that last chicane. Something that Michael himself couldn't do, and something we saw Flying Finn and Jacotex fail horribly at. And yeah, we'll have to wait another week, I guess, to find someone to beat him. And it looks like Kalek is having some fun. He's not. he's taking out the winner on his in lap, on his celebration lap, and yeah, Kalek is sort of holding back proceedings, unfortunately. So let's finish the race now, man. Come on, let's get to the end. He's got a penalty. He's gonna sit on his arse and do something. What's he gonna do? He's gonna do donuts now. Yeah, I think he's gonna do some donuts. So Kalek then does some donuts then to celebrate his 11th. I think you've not quite read it properly. He must have he must think he's got double vision or something. That's not a 1, that's an 11, unfortunately. But you know, close enough. And surprisingly, he hasn't been disqualified for that. Oh, nice driving. He hasn't been disqualified for that. I'm surprised. What a game. You know, we don't see donuts happening just randomly on the last lap of the Grand Prix. And Michael still manages to get to him. And looks like they're going to crash again. Up to the line. And there. Oh, there comes the two Mercedes. Are they going to get him? Are they going to get him, actually? That's going to be quite close. Who's going to get them here, then? Is, Lakitu, yeah, Lakitu gets them. Leon gets them. Lakitu wins! He wins on lap 36, which doesn't exist. And Michael has fallen right down the field. Look at that. What a disaster. And, yeah, if you would likely finish the race, or kindly finish the race, there you go, he's finished the race. And there we go, then. That is it. That is the F1 ERL. I nearly called it Monaco there. Canadian Grand Prix. I missed Monaco, that's what I think it's called. Monaco. Watch me have called it Monaco the whole time. That would be such a typical thing for me to have done. But anyway, yeah, there we go. Michael, winner again. Surprise, surprise. Who saw that coming? I don't know. Me? Everyone else? We need to get another tier. But anyway, yeah, Michael wins the F1 ERL Canadian Grand Prix. And yeah, we'll just confirm the order and then end. And I don't think anyone didn't get any penalties there. Okay, Yeet and Button. Oh, Button got too many. I don't think Yeet. No, Yeet did get some. Anyway, yeah, Michael won the race from Leon, Lakitu, Zach, Matt, Jacotex, Cliffy, Jake, Bastos, Alice Killer, Kalek, and then the retirements. Retrex, Marquez, Flying Finn, Snowball Dude, Marquez, Button was our disqualification, and a special mention to Yeet, who took a McLaren Honda 2015 edition start by starting off in Narnia. He started just at the bottom of your screen there. You can see where he is on the track. Well, you can't see where he is on the track, but you can see the bit of track he started on. Just out of the hairpin, he started on that little kink before the back straight. And unfortunately he retired from the session because, you know, he was about 30 seconds behind the leaders before they even started the race. So he was a bit screwed over. So, you know, cheers for that, Cody's. Hopefully we see Yeet come back next week and actually have a decent Grand Prix, because he really was a bit screwed over today. But anyway, Michael is your winner. Up and over a commentator. And we'll be back next week for the I think we did pre-season at Paul Ricard, and we'll be there again. Now Michael surprisingly won in Paul Ricard practice in pre-season, so hopefully he does it again, or does he not do it again? Do we really want him to? I don't know. But either way, they can probably hear me now. But yeah, we're gonna end it now. So thank you all for watching and listening. If you didn't fancy watching, and yeah, see you next week for Paul Ricard. Safe travels.